Alright, so trying this again. This is take number 2. Let me put that same poll up again. Starting that same poll, would you adopt a special needs cat? And let's try this time. So hopefully we have audio this time, but we will see. Alright, can anybody hear me? I know I got one person on here at the moment. At least it says there's one person on here. You can hear? Okay. Alright, let's let's continue. Wonder why the last time that happened, and get back in with Yoda for a little bit. The last time that happened, it was about the 7-minute mark, 8-minute mark, and I think it might have been the same again today. So, I don't know, maybe I put something in the title that YouTube muted the live stream for whatever reason, or something in the description of the live, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't put like any forbidden or blocked words or anything, just like cat community and cats and live streams, but who knows? Just YouTube being YouTube, I guess, being a pain in the butt. But I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, we were talking about lawnmower. I don't think Yoda can hear the lawnmower from out here. Although he is kind of moving his head though, like he can. Okay. Adam, you must be so bad. Yes, I am. Hello there, Purple Rain. Purple Rain, welcome. This is Yoda. He is one of 9 kitty cats that we have. Let me know if you are interested in seeing the other 9. He's just a goofball little tuxedo. John, to answer your question, yes, I do. You may not have heard my answer then, but yes, I do read the chat as you stream. Yes, John, I was saying earlier that when you're holding your cell phone, it pops up like on the bottom. It's almost like how you see it. You kind of see it on the bottom third of your phone, and yeah, I do read it. Purple Rain, he looks mad because he's in a room right now. He's mad because he's not getting all the attention. And because he wants to bite my fingers. But John, if you ever have any questions about live streams, especially just doing it via your phone, just let me know, like in these live streams, or maybe just send me an email, and I'd be happy. Or, if it's easier for you to like talk on a phone kind of thing, I mean, we can do that too. Just let me know in the future if that's something you would be interested in, and I can definitely, answer hopefully any questions that you have. They're very easy to set up. It's very simple. All right, get that back. Okay, so now hopefully we will have sound the rest of this live stream. Okay, just wondering. I'm thinking of how to do this one day. I have cats and topics too. Yes, for sure. My wife is saying didn't bring in the sacred toy. No, I didn't. I did not bring his sacred toy. He just has his sacred tunnel. He'll just kind of do his little tunnel action. Yeah, I don't really have any, like, I don't really plan for topics or anything. I just pretty much just hit the record button and just kind of whatever comes up, comes up. And, I mean, a lot of the time it's just the cats being goofy. Like Yoda right now. He's just doing his tunnel thing. If y'all don't mind, if you could hit that thumbs up though, that would be appreciated if you could. I know sometimes it can be a little tricky where to find it in the live streams, but there's on the upper right hand corner there should be like three dots, and when you hit those three dots, it gives you the option of doing a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So, but yeah, John, I think you would probably do well with the lives. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out, in all honesty, like how much talking I should do compared to not talking as much. I feel like sometimes I talk too much, but I don't like dead air. And that's why eventually I'm trying to figure out, is there any way I could, on occasion, just pipe in some audio, some sound into these lives. Something that's not going to get me copyrighted, but just some kind of sounds. I know, John, you could do your TV thing with your live, with your Blue Stream stuff, or Blue Stream, what am I saying? Your bluegrass stuff that you can do. I just don't have that capability. John Tranquil will be in local Virginia. Just funny stuff, how to pronounce town names and rural mountain lore that goes with the local mountain catbillies. That's a good idea, John. I'll probably maybe plan a little bit more with these live streams instead of them being just, kind of impromptu, besides the time. But mine's pretty impromptu. It's nothing really, I don't know. It's very just spontaneous. Yoda, what are you staring at? I know, you staring at the door. I know, you scooting your butt a little bit too. If anybody happens to be new here, feel free to introduce yourself to the chat. Nobody here will bite. Nobody here will scratch, even though there's 9 cats you will eventually see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now we are just watching Yoda, tuxedo cat, male, mischievous little nutcase, one of 9 cats that I will show during this live stream. So if you're new, if you're interested in seeing 9 kitties, let me know in the chat so I know that you'd like to see the others. And we'll go from there. Yoda. All right, Yoda. All right, we're going to go in about 1 minute, and I'm going to go show the other kitties. Tranquil, you want to bite? Well, I mean, I'll let that comment just go. We can go on to the other kitties, though. We might be back with Yoda. We might not. I'm thinking my wife is probably in the chat, so let me know, is Rosemary outside, or she's probably came back inside again? Bruce, we'll get to Pandora here in a moment, since that's where we're gonna go next. Miracle just had a bath, Tranquil. Rosemary's following you. Okay. Now, Tranquil, do you mean like a real bath? Like you got him in a bathtub and hosed him down and all that good fun stuff, and lost a pint of blood doing it, or more of a normal cat bath? All right, so there's nobody in the drawer. Question. Your kitties, do any of your kitties open up your dresser drawers and sleep in them like little hobos? Because ours definitely do, as you can see. Tranquil, yes, he had a real bath. I haven't given one of our cats a bath in a long, long time. Well, all right, we got a little bit of action up on the bed here. We got Zelda in the back. For those who are new to this live stream, new to this channel, who just meowed, making her way onto that nightstand over there. Go seeing her little monkey. We got Pandora, the white kitty, who is kind of stretched out, being dramatic. Tranquil, he's going to the vet tomorrow. Well, hopefully all goes well for that. Tranquil, is it just like a normal checkup, like annual checkup for Miracle? In front of the stretched out white kitty cat named Pandora is the baby. And over here is Max. But to give an update, Bruce, on Pandora. Pandora ate a little bit more of her own. Tranquil, vaccinations for Miracle. Okay. Well, that should go okay then. Pandora ate a little bit more of her own in the morning. She ate a little bit about 8 o'clock or so. She ate a little bit about 10 o'clock. And I didn't have to syringe feed her until noon. We had to syringe feed her at noon. At 2, we gave her off the 4 o'clock hour. We try to syringe about every 2 hours or so, but we have to be careful because yesterday we syringed too much and she wound up throwing up in her last meal. I think she got a little too much in her body, just a little overload. So we got to be careful with that. John, yes, Raven Poe can open the countertop doors, and I find him in there with the treats, which are supposed to be closed off until I say so. Yes, he's a mischievous little kitty, the Raven Poe there, John. It's a lot like our Yoda. But it seems Pandora, it's hard to tell, honestly, from day to day. I mean, she's got a little bit more tail movement, which is a good sign for her. Normally, when her tail is waggling, she's feeling a little bit more normal. But she still looks just a little off to me. One day at a time, right? Like us humans, just one day at a time. I don't like the fact that her eyes are closed a lot. I guess that's just because we're just kind of resting. We had a little bit kind of like a shine like to our eyes, but we also had some just dullness in our eyes also as the day went on. But like I said, just one day at a time. We're doing the best we can with her, and she's being patient with us also. Little tail movements. She'll get better, I know it. I hope so, John. And then Tranquil saying, John, my kitten Elysia cat opened foil packets with his claws. He knows what's inside. Okay. Nice, Tranquil. Now I'm gonna look back on these lives. Eventually, when I do these lives, eventually we will have kittens. And it's going to be like the complete opposite because, right now our kitties are very laid back and just... Where are you going, Whites? Need to use my knee as a prop to get down. Just very chill, very laid back. We're going to go see what Pandora is doing here. Hopefully she's maybe going to go and eat a little bit of food, which is encouraging. Yep, it looks like it. Okay, good girl, Whites. Good girl, Pandora. So that's what she's done a little bit more this day. She's just gone to the food bowl a couple of times and has taken a few bites, but that's encouraging that she's willing and wanting to eat some food. Whether I don't care if it's dry food or wet food, any food. So that's a good sign to see. Pandora, or not Pandora, Rosemary is outside. So I'm going to quickly stop filming Pandora, and I'm going to go outside real quickly to see if I can get some outside time. I always like to have a little outside time with Rosemary. So let's see if we can catch her staying out. If not, we'll come back up here again. Just glad to see Pandora eating some food. And we'll make our way out. Oh, good. You say that every time.
I still have you with Pandora right now.
Good. Can you turn that volume down if you're going to be out here with me? So obviously we got Rosemary now, who's investigating. There's some dogs. Can't really... You're not going to really be able to see the dogs. Not with the sun glare. But Rosemary's just hanging out there, checking her surroundings, testing the perimeter of the house, making sure that she's being a good guard cat. I think she definitely can see our neighbors to the left of us. If you're facing forward, facing the front, no, that'd be the right of us. They have two dogs, and then the neighbors beyond them, past them, they also have two dogs, two little dogs, and that's who's out there right now. Rosemary is definitely just, as you can tell with her movements, kind of keeping an eye on what's going on. Patrolling her house. Don't know if she'd make a good guard cat or not. Probably not. Unless she happens to see you, then she'd start meowing. John, there's lots of doggos in your neighborhood. They bark constantly and it drives you nuts. Yeah, even though our neighborhood is not huge, there's only like 30 homes here or so. I think the bulk of people do have dogs, and there are times during the day that you can definitely hear a lot of barking going on. Not really inside the house though, but definitely outside on the screen porch, I would say. But she's definitely intent on her spying at the moment. Yeah, you might be able to see far back there is one of the neighbors that she's watching. Tranquil, unfortunately there's a lot of dogs around where you live too, so much barking at nighttime. See, we can watch Rosemary watch people. Or watch Rosemary watch people and watch dogs. They're little dogs though, you can kind of see them there now. Little yappers. I'd say if Rosemary was a little bit bigger, she'd be about the size of those little dogs. Yoda probably is about the size of those little dogs. Yoda, Tiny, Max, Zelda, they're probably about the same size. Alright, it looks like our time might be done with, nope, name not quite yet. It's going to say is Rosemary heading in, not quite. John, yeah, I hear them mostly when the windows are open. I don't like the 2 a.m. barking. Yeah, you got to deal with the 2 o'clock zoomies, right? For your own cats. And you got zooming and barking. Now, it's been a long time, but Rosemary has done a couple of times on this screen door. She would, climb it, try to jump over it. But it's been a while since she's done that. But she's definitely still intent. You coming over, honey, to say hi? Hi, honey. You like that golden brown at the moment? Like a hash brown? Oh. Well, it's gonna be tragic because I can't. You don't want to be on camera and you gotta move. Terrible, isn't it?
Very much so.
And it looks like Rosemary might be going back in. Okay, well, let's head back upstairs, and she's back in. Hello there, Generations Found. Hope you're doing well. Generation Founds, if you are a cat lover, you're in the right love stream. You're in the right live stream. We got 9 kitties all together. We have this one right here. He's our deaf little Rosemary. She kind of looks like the flooring a little bit with her coloring. John Louis will howl sometimes in the middle of the night. I have no clue why. He's perfectly healthy. Maybe a full moon. Maybe, John. In the middle of the night, you hear Yoda howling, Kit howling. I think they just have a moment where they just need to howl. Maybe they see something. Obviously don't know for sure. But that's Rosemary, who was just outside in a screened-in porch. A little bit more information. Those who are new to seeing Rosemary, she's about 16 or 17. She is a deaf kitty, and she has a thyroid disease. But she's a loud kitty. All right, let's go upstairs, and we are going to... I'll quickly go back in with Yoda just to show Yoda. Again, if you are new to this channel or new to this live stream and you'd like to see these kitties, so just hang on a second. We were in with Yoda earlier. He was kind of playing with his tunnel and playing with some of his toys. But he's another one of our 9. As you can see, he's a tuxedo kitty. He's very affectionate at the moment. He's a good boy. All right, and then let's get back to, since we already saw Yoda, I started with him for about 10 minutes or so. We'll get back into where everybody is. So here's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Remember last time when I said, do any of you have cats that will open up the dresser and pop in? And as you can see, when I was here earlier, the dresser was open, but no cats were in it. I come back up 5 minutes later, and we have a kitty in the dresser. Now, it's a little unusual for Pandora. She normally doesn't go into the dresser. Normally, it's the baby who I'll show, or Tiny, who I think is under the bed, so I won't be able to show her. But if you are new, like Generations Found, to this channel or to this live stream, just a little quick information I like to give on all of these kitties. So Pandora recently underwent the I-131 treatment, which is a radiation treatment to, because she's hyperthyroidic also. She also has thyroid disease. So she went through that treatment as of now a week ago, where they give a dose of radiation, and it travels up the bloodstream and it gets to the tissues that are causing the hyperthyroidism, and destroys that tissue. So right now she's just kind of in the recovering process. It's been a bit of a up and down last few days with her. So Generation Found, your doggy has the thyroid issues. Hello there, Ray. Hope you're doing well. Just kind of hanging with Pandora at the moment, Ray. Generations Found, is she's going to be okay? It's a good question, Generations Found. I think so, but it's definitely right now we're kind of still in a bit of a touch and go situation with her. She used to weigh 10 pounds, and recently she's dropped down to about 7 pounds, and now she's about 7.2 pounds. So we're slowly but surely getting her weight back up, but it is a bit of a struggle with her. So hopefully she'll be okay. I will definitely let people know, because I do these lives every day for an hour at a time. And then you're saying your doggy just takes pills. Yeah, that's what she was taking too. Generation Found was just pills. The Filamazole pill, which I think is specific for cats. The other kitty that you saw downstairs, the tortoiseshell Rosemary, she also, like I said, has thyroid disease, and she takes a pill also, but she's pretty regulated with her pill. Pandora, though, was just taking very drastic weight changes where she was just losing way too much weight. So we had to do something like more immediate and more something that would, take care of the thyroid. So we don't have to worry about that. But she's hanging in there. We're doing the best we can with her. Little by little, she's hopefully going to make a recovery. And, a fun fact about this whole, treatment stuff is you, for this situation, if you do the I-131 treatment, you then have to scoop and store the litter for about 90 days for a 2-week time frame. So that's kind of like what we're doing right now. So, but Ray, I hope you're doing well. Been a little while since I've seen you. Been obviously watching your videos, but I haven't seen you in a live for a while. I don't know if I missed one or you just haven't done one in a while, but hopefully Darkness is doing well and everything. Generations Found, we started making our dogs food, and so I'd make a big difference. Yeah, so definitely. I'll talk about that in a second. Ray, to answer your question, where you store it at. So for 2 weeks, for the first 2 weeks, when Pandora got home, she's been home for now about a week or so. Not a week, I'm sorry. She's been home since Thursday. So for 2 weeks after she gets home, once she first gets home, for those 2 weeks, you need to scoop and store it. And we're just storing it right now, just in like a tote. So, a tote works. I mean, they recommended like a container, a tote, just something where you can store it. And you can just store it in your garage. Obviously, if the smell gets bad, which eventually it might, then you can just put it outside. So, but you just have to hold on to it for 90 days though, because it's still technically radioactive waste, and it'll stay radioactive waste for those 90 days. And then once the 90 days are up, then there's no radiation anymore. Ray, he's doing well. No lives in a while. Crazy times. I understand. I hear you there. I appreciate that you're sending hugs to Pandora there. Ray, how is Tabbykins? Hopefully, I'm assuming Tabbykins is a boy, but it could be a girl. But hopefully Tabbykins is still hanging in there also and doing okay. So that's Pandora. Up here, snoozing and giving you all a big hello is Tang. Trying to make the video looks a little blurry to me. So that's Tang. Tang is about 3 or so. He was part of a group of kittens that we fostered a few years ago that we wound up taking on. Him and his sister Tiny. I always feel like you got to have some kind of orange color in your life if you're a cat parent. Ooh, sorry, Tang. I know you don't like me playing with your belly. So Tang, again, I didn't quite like hang with these guys too much because Rosemary was outside, but the baby, again, baby's a calico. Babies are the jealous type. So jealous that whenever you call any of the other kitties' names, she normally meows and comes to you because she thinks she's everybody, basically. She's got a little bit of a split personality going on. Ain't that right, baby? I know, I know. John, sounds like you're Bitsy Belle, a little bit of a split personality, or very jealous and comes to all the other cats' names. Kind of swing over to Zelda here for a moment. Oh, real quickly. That's Tiny. I'll get to her in a second, but Tiny and Tang, they're related. Those are the ones that came from the same litter that we fostered a couple of years ago. Hi, baby. Let's get your butt out of Zelda's face. Zelda, we don't need butt sniffing on the air here. That's done in private. So if Zelda is alive still next year, hopefully she is, she'll be 20. So John, if I'm paying attention to another cat and talking to them, Bitsy Belle is immediately there looking for her attention. Okay. And then Ray, the old man, Tabbykins, is doing all right. He's loud and clingy, but he's always been clingy. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear, Ray, that Tabbykins is still with y'all. Remind me, Ray, I think Tabbykins is around that 18, 19-year-old range too, from what I remember when we talked about that before. Generation found you boil chicken with veggies like green beans or spinach, then you use the broth to pour over the food when serving. Okay. How long have you been doing that, Generations found, with feeding the doggy? Tabbykins will be 19 this year. Okay. So it's a little bit younger than Zelda, but not by much, really. About 4 months. And out of curiosity, what kind of improvements have you seen since starting to do that? Bruce, I got Oreo sitting over on bed looking at me. Might be getting a little bit jealous, Bruce, with all of these cats that are being seen. And then also you mix in a little bit of kibble, and so you've seen energy, so more energetic. Is it an older doggy? 12. Okay. Okay. And if you don't mind, what kind of dog is it? I know this is like a cat live stream, but I also though just am curious what kind of doggy do you have? Very cool. We've been partially cooking ground turkey and steaming broccoli and carrots and adding cooked rice for your dog Nori. Nori, Ray, is Nori the one that has seizures? I think, is that right? Ray has like a seizure medication that we're on. Just let me know, Ray, if that's accurate. I think remember talking to Jess about that at one point in time. John, dogs are so different than cats with food. Yeah, for sure. So it's a lab and a border collie mix. Okay. Okay. Ray, haven't done the math yet, cost wise, between that and then just normal cat food. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more expensive. But if it's healthier for the cats and the dogs, I mean, and if one can afford it, I feel like that should be, you know, the way to go, if possible. But you just got to, make sure though that dog or cat is also getting the proper nutrients, the special kind of nutrients that they need. Generations found you saying that's worth it. Okay. Bruce used to have a dog that passed on 4 years ago. Sorry to hear about that, Bruce. Was that your only doggy that you had? Like recently? All right, let me pop over to Tiny here for a little bit. Hey, Tiny Tine. What you doing, honey? As I was saying earlier, Tiny here and Tang, brother and sister from the same foster family. They're about 3. John, your vet says it's okay for a cat to have a little grains and veggies, just the amount a cat would find in a mouse stomach after eating said mouse. Completely agree. Completely agree. Generations found your cat of 19 years passed on. We're hoping to get a rescue cat soon. Awesome. Then Bruce, it was your canine, a German Shepherd. Okay. Did it have any hip issues, Bruce? Just German Shepherds are kind of notorious for having hip issues, hip dysplasia typically. Ray, yes, Nori had one seizure, never again, although her bromide level has never been back to where it was, where they'd like it. So pills are $35 a month plus $100 to get the blood work. Okay. What's up, Tang? Are you jealous that your sister's getting some attention and you can't have that? Hi, honey. What's up, girl? Old age, former military police dog. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sure that doggy saw some interesting things in its years of service with the police. Uh-oh, Tang's got that look. Tiny's got that look too. Yeah, Tang, as you can see, you can kind of tell in his eyes a little bit. He's got that, I'm gonna start to chase you. My dog in the military. Oh, okay. Tang. Tang. What's up, boy? Stand your ground, Tiny. So after long, including a few weeks tapering down to nothing and a while without meds, these days we don't do the blood work and just give the fourth of a dose. A generation found, yes, Tang liked the drink. Yep, you spelled it right. Tang, Tang. Guess it just goes with his coloring. John, your brother, Cat Malcolm, yep, had seizures for 8 years now. He's 10. The seizures are very unsettling, but he's on meds and has a family that loves him. Yeah, John, I remember seeing that video that you shared the link to with that seizure. It was tough to watch, but it's kind of good to see. So somebody else that might see it and then they might see their cat do the same thing. At least they might know what to do and what not to do. As far as that goes. But yeah, that was hard to watch. Bruce seen a lot in Iraq and Afghanistan. All right, let me get over to Max, who hasn't got any attention yet. He's another tuxedo. He's like, what? This phone again, human? Really? Hey, buddy. I bring a camera to all these cats, and they all yawn. I'm very boring to them. So I said, eventually, when I should say I, but when me and my wife get back to fostering kittens again, these live streams are going to have a lot more adventurous, spunky nature to them. I'll still show these kitties, of course, the ones that are still with us, obviously. But it'll definitely be a lot more playful with kittens. Because these are older kitties mostly. They just like to sleep. Except for Yoda. Yawning again, Max. John, very hard to watch, over 1 million views, or educational if you can handle it. I completely agree, John. Max is cute, yes, I would agree. Bruce, hope I'm okay with what I wrote. As far as I know, I don't think there's any issue with that. I mean, there's no issue on my end, and I don't think YouTube has an issue with that. So, all good with me. Can somebody, if you don't mind, can somebody give me the time? What time it is? Or I think my wife is still on here too. So could you tell me the time? I think it's getting close to 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ray. Okay, well, I'm going to start to wrap up. I do these for an hour. Now, this one's only on for 45 minutes, but I did do another one that was about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And that's about my hour total between the two. Unfortunately, the sound stopped working, so I had to redo, and I had to do another one. So I'm going to start wrapping up here. Again, I do these every day, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock every night.
I thank you all for popping in and talking for a bit. We will be back again tomorrow. I would just want to thank everybody for hanging in here and just kind of chatting and chilling and watching these kitties and talking to each other. So Generations Found, thank you. John, Ray, Bruce, Tranquil, if you're still hanging here, Sydney Cat, if you're still hanging here, and anybody that I might have missed, I appreciate y'all. But I'm gonna head out, and until next time, take care. God bless. Adopt an older kitty if you can, and until next time, take care, y'all. Bye bye. Bye, Max. Bye, Share Bear.